do you say your first name?
Alicia.
But how do you spell it?
A-L-Y.
See what I'm saying? We, as a black community, love adding interesting letters to our names. All these extra letters.
I was a hairstylist plus the DJ, so you have to read the room. It was an open floor, and it was just very overstimulating for me. And it was a open floor plan, and it was like the most stressful, non-profitable thing I've ever done in my life. After COVID, we put up like some curtains, and I was just like, why not get salon suites?
Okay.
You know, this is so uncomfortable.
Okay.
And I worked at Target briefly. Like Target was like a seasonal. You
Do
got
it.
a Target?
Okay. Yeah, dog. This is not about me.
Like hairstylists don't make money, you know? And so I'm like, I didn't have anybody around me to ask, like, what do I charge for this?
Whenever I find like extra 2 minutes to be able to do something, I'm gonna like plug this into like my intros. Like I'm not gonna have them like Hoochie Mama songs or nothing like that.
Okay,
But
okay.
yeah, Glow.
To whoever may need this nugget of encouragement, things will be alright, so quit your worry. I get it, the odds can stack back against the wall, but even consider it such, no, you'll stand tall.
All right, we're back with another episode of Stealing from Friends, where we bring on dope people who do dope stuff. And today we got somebody with a first name I can't pronounce, but I know her last name is Johnson. And so we about to get into it and see exactly what we can take from her today. So firstly, how do you say your first name?
Alicia.
But how do you spell it?
A-L-Y.
See what I'm saying? All these extra letters.
It's Lee. I mean, it maybe looks like lie, but it's Alicia.
We, as a black community, love adding interesting letters to our names. Why do we do
Hey,
that?
that's my mama.
Yeah.
Okay?
Go ahead and
I
shift
didn't
the
have
blame.
nothing to do with that.
All right, so before we get started, tell us a little bit about what you do, how I found you, and kind of what is your thing? What is your thing?
Okay, so my name is Alicia J. I have been a hairstylist for about 14 years. And I recently, well, not recently, but about 8 years ago, I opened my own salon. And it was a open floor plan. And it was like the most stressful, non-profitable thing I've ever done.
Like
in
what
my
we would
life.
normally see in a barbershop, like everybody up against the walls?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep,
okay.
Yep. Not to mention overstimulating thing I've ever done. And so, because I was just the salon owner, I was a hairstylist, plus the DJ. So you have to read the room, like who's in there. Like
DJ? Okay.
yeah, people would have TV. So it was kind of like everybody had their own cubicles. It was an open floor, but kind of like cubicles. And it was just very overstimulating for me. And so after COVID, we put up like some curtains so everybody could have their own privacy. And I was just like, why not get salon suites, you know? And so at that point, I went looking for a building. And I can't remember the square footage we had before, but I know that this building was 1,700 square feet.
Okay.
And I was able to get maybe about 9 to 10 people in there. And I was like, this is it right here.
Yeah.
This is it.
You done made it.
Yes, just as far as just like profit, the privacy, mainly the privacy, because I have a lot of clients that struggle with alopecia.
Okay.
And so with the open floor plan, like anybody could just walk up on us at any time. And I'm like, read the room, like
Exactly.
she's uncomfortable, you know. And now I could lock my door. I could have a curtain there. You can kind of set the vibe, create your own ambience. And basically, you're your own boss within the realms of like you still have a community. And so I love the fact that I can close my door if I don't want to be bothered. I can open my door if I want to talk or go to somebody's room if I want to learn something. Like I love the fact that I have privacy within a community.
Ooh,
And
wee.
so, yeah, I wouldn't trade it. Like at this point, I just want to go crazy with it.
Heard that. Hey, let's step it all the way back. So, so before you actually started doing your own business boss stuff, you were working in another shop, or you was doing hair in somebody's front living room, or what? What was you doing at first?
Oh, so you want to take it all the way?
All
back?
the way, all the
Okay.
way.
So when I was 7.
Okay, here we go. I got this Jerry curl, right? There was a Jerry curl, I think is what they call it.
So when I was 7, my mama taught me how to braid.
Okay.
And that was like a game changer. Like she taught me how to braid on my daughter's hair. So on my daughter's hair, on my doll's hair.
I figured that's what you meant. But I was like, yeah, a baby
I
at
didn't
7.
have a daughter at
Yeah.
7.
Hey, I'm not here to judge.
But now I was thinking, my daughter is 7.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell her now, like, you got big shoes to fill. Like, you
Yeah.
gotta learn how to braid at 7. So she can braid,
Mm-hmm.
and she wants to do exactly what I do. But either way, I started at 7, and I just went crazy because I enjoyed it. And so, of course, my cousins like, can you braid my hair? Can you? So they were like my guinea pigs. And as I went to as I grew up and went to middle school, all of that, I was just braiding the school's hair. I was just like the school braider. And
What school you went to?
North Little Rock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Make sure.
Good for me, right?
Need to get bodyguard in here or something.
What?
Y'all rough on this side of town.
No, not at all. Not at all. Especially when I was there. no.
Okay.
Not at all. And I mean, of course, it depends on who you hang with.
That's right.
But where was I?
Yeah, middle school. You was
Okay, yeah, I was doing hair, and then time came where I had to decide if I wanted to go to college or not. And of course, my mama like, here's
Wait. Before we even get all the way up there, how much are you charging these kids at this point?
Oh, probably like $25.
Okay.
Maybe 15. Like robbing myself.
Is it because you was going really fast? You know how to do it, regardless
No,
of.
because I was just young and I didn't
Okay.
understand the business of hair, you know. And my mama, somebody who never went to a beauty salon in her life, she like, hairstylists don't make money, you know. And so I'm like, I didn't have anybody around me to ask, like, what do I charge for this? Like, I had like a cousin, an older cousin who was doing hair, but I didn't really connect with her until I got older, like to kind of
Pick her
ask questions.
brain, yeah.
Yeah, but as I was younger, I was just like, you can give me $25, you know? And like as I started doing it more and more, I started increasing my prices. So maybe by high school, I was charging maybe $30 or $40, not much.
I need to go back to your high school. My daughter just got her hair braided. And I feel like with the girl who does it now, it's kind of like in your realm. She just got out of high school, and I think she like charged like $70 or something like that. But
Wow.
and as a business person, I told her, I was like, hey, Erica, you could probably be charging a little bit more. And she's really, obviously she's like a family member, and you know, we got that stigma about giving us that family deal and all that stuff. And I was like, Erica, when you get some prices, bro, come on, man.
Yeah.
As much as we get our daughter hair done, I'm like, it's every bit of worth it. So you weren't charging no money for all the time. How long was it taking you to do hair?
Hours,
Okay.
even like, cause that was just like small stuff, like braids, maybe like $75 like her. But again, you don't have anybody around you that's like a business owner or like that does hair or that's in it. So you kind of like going down like a road that's
Figuring
unpaved,
it out.
and it's like, you just assume. And now I think they probably have way more with TikTok, and it's so much more information out there than it was then. I was just kind of figuring it out.
Yeah.
And so I graduated high school, and I could look through like the yearbook, like I used to do her hair, you know. But the time came to where I was like, okay, do I want to go to college or do I want to do hair? Because I love doing hair, but I knew I wanted a salon. So I was like, I could go to college for business. And like one thing I would always tell my brother, like I heard a statement that was like, you don't dream bigger than what you're exposed to. And we weren't exposed to a whole lot. So my mama wanted us to do what she did. You know, she was a phlebotomist, and a step above her were the lab techs. So she like, y'all need to be a lab tech because they making money and this and that.
Yeah.
And so that's all I heard. And then, of course, the people around me were like bankers and just other things. And I'm like, none of that looks appealing to me.
Right.
Like, I really enjoy doing hair. My mom was like, hairstylists don't make money. So that was what I took. And I was like, okay, I'll go to college and figure it out when I get there. So as I'm in college, when I would get out of my classes, I would have like appointments. Like in my dorm room, in the dorm, they like, oh, you do hair? Okay, bet. Like, let me make an appointment. And
Here
so,
were you in college here in Arkansas?
UCA.
Okay, yeah, right up the street.
So in my dorm, that's what I was doing, hair every day when I got out of class. And so I want to say maybe, I don't know if it was the second semester or maybe I had finished that first year. I don't know. At some point, I was talking to my advisor, and we were just talking about my schedule. And I was like, I don't want to do this. Like, I want to do hair. I know that I enjoy doing hair. And she was like, well, I have a friend over at Paul Mitchell.
Here we go.
She was like, and I could connect you, and y'all can schedule a tour. So I'm forever indebted to Miss Pat because I had never even
Shout
heard of
out to
Paul
Pat.
Mitchell. I had never even heard of Paul Mitchell. And so I went over to Paul Mitchell, scheduled my tour. And when I walked in, like the scent of hair,
You was like, oh yeah.
I was like, this is
I'm
where
here,
I
baby.
belong. Like I knew instantly that's where I belong. And so it's so much. Since
Okay.
then.
I'll definitely dissect this because I know what y'all about to ask. So I'm about to go ahead and get into it. So kind of bring it back just here slightly. So from middle school to high school, you just ever so much just charging pieces at a time. You just adding it up here and there. I don't like you, but I'll do your hair. I'm gonna charge you about $5 extra. And so you just figuring it out. And so at this point, you're in college, and I know everybody around our generation preach go to school, go to get something, but not everybody wants to do school like you mentioned. I went to UCA for every bit of a year and some change, and I was like, I like making videos. I don't like doing this. So Tyler Perry, you got any job openings?
Look,
Obviously, I didn't turn
okay.
to Tyler, but we ended up doing another route. But
Not yet.
you know,
I
not
mean,
yet,
don't
not
tell
yet.
me.
There we go, not yet. But then, how did you come about? Because what does Paul Mitchell actually teach you? Did you learn more of the business pieces of it, or just how to do all that types of hair? Or
So Paul Mitchell is it's a cultured hair school
Okay.
in comparison to just a barber school.
okay,
So you have barber schools that just teach you black hair, how to cut black hair, how to not really even like a barber, like and then you have Paul Mitchell that's very well rounded, and not to like diminish other schools, but I hadn't been to other schools to really
but
tell
she
you
been
what
to
they
Paul
learned.
Mitchell though.
Exactly. And I know that I'm such a Paul Mitchell advocate because we learned coloring and cutting, and that's a lot of things that people say black people don't know how to do. And so while I was there, my goal was just to learn as much as I can. And so when I left, I remember like looking back through some of my Paul Mitchell stuff, and I'm like, wow, they really teach you the game if you really pay attention, because they would stress to us like retail is important. Make sure you are, keeping your retail bar stocked, make sure that you are, and for me, I'm like, they just want us to make them some money.
Yeah,
But no, they teaching you this so you could take these tools and apply them
right.
when you get out in the real world. And so it took me years to I went back. My mama keeps everything. So I was going back through my Paul Mitchell book bag at her house and found it. And I was like, wow. And I just started reading over my stuff and apply. At that point, I think I may have had a salon. So I was just taking some tools and like implementing them into my salon and started seeing like, okay, I'm making money from this. And so, yeah,
Okay.
that was when I had the open floor plan.
Got you. Okay. Now we're about to get into the part where we can actually steal some stuff. Now that y'all know who she is, we can go get to the real stuff now. Okay. So what I would like to talk about, in a huge thing, especially when it comes to entrepreneurship, is about how profitable and all the creative aspects of this particular space. I have Miss Johnson, zero intention of wanting to be a cosmetologist or whoever.
Not
I don't know who Paul.
metologist.
I don't know who Paul is, so I have zero
That
intention.
sound like a drink.
Yeah, shaken, not stirred. So when it comes to being an entrepreneur, especially at this space, did you end up having to finish college? Did you feel like you needed college?
I only felt like I needed college because there was a guilt of like quitting, but I didn't need college for
Okay.
this. So I tried to go back. After I graduated hair school, I tried to go back a year and was trying to juggle both, and I just couldn't.
You was like, nah, I'm
And so,
good.
so I dropped out of college and pursued hair full time.
Say
And
less.
so with all the people I had met in college, like that was kind of like my demographic. So, I mean, I guess my clientele kind of grew up with me
Yeah.
because as I was a college student and dropped out of college, I still had a lot of college students. And as I evolved, my clientele evolved. As my price list evolved,
Come on with it.
my clientele evolved. And so, yeah,
You still giving out family discounts?
not at all.
Dang.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. I have an aunt that I
Okay.
just can't. I refuse. But no, I don't do family or friend discounts at all. And I mean, they understand.
Do
I
they?
have
Okay.
to explain it to them that it's like going to work and your boss like, I I know you, so I ain't gonna charge you. I ain't gonna pay you full price.
Right.
You know, it's like, as much as I love doing hair, I'm not coming here for fun.
Hey,
if
come on
I'm
now.
coming out of the house and leaving my daughter behind, you know, like, I'm not doing this for free.
For the
so,
foo shoot.
and of course now I have so much overhead. It's not even.
It's not even worth it for me to even scratch that itch at this point. Exactly.
It's not. So, at this point, I realize as I have a lot of, and I may be jumping ahead, but as I have stylists that work with me and that even just giving tours of the new salon and talking to stylists, it's just like, of course, being a hairstylist is like great money, great fast money.
Yeah, because y'all busting heads.
If you're good at what you do, it's great fast money, but a lot of stylists, we were never taught what to do with it. And so that's where I just get so excited because I'm so obsessed with like financial literacy and like growing my money and creating a legacy for my daughter and all these things. So I'm like, I want to share that. And it just brings me so much joy to like share with the stylists that are coming in that are mothers as well. You know, that's just like, I just don't know, because we get this fast money and if you look at hairstylists, we going to go buy the Mercedes, you know, just wasteful. And I'm like, I want to actually have money and not look like I have money.
There you go.
You know what I mean? And so that's where I'm at now. I'm just in my investing bag, you know,
I heard that.
and I want to share it. So my goal for my salon suites now is to be like a hub for, of course, you're going to have a luxurious space to lease out and operate your business, but I would never force it on anybody. But if you're open, I want to share as much financial literacy as I can with you and show you, like, as you're getting this money, please don't blow it. This is what you do. Because this is what you do with it, because at some point we have to retire.
Now, because she making it hard for me, y'all, to throw some jokes and comicals. She giving me all the information on the front end, so I can't even act like a regular person. She just going, and I like it.
I'm sorry.
So I do hair now, but I think, or I feel like I want a building. I don't know the benefits of doing that outside of saying, oh yeah, I can charge about $400 for booth space. That's gonna be about $400, and I can make about $2,000 with them. Like, so kind of walk me through what somebody needs to consider, or what somebody is thinking about, or what you should have thought about initially when actually having your own salon.
Okay. What I would tell them if they're interested in having their own salon, I would say just obsess with self-growth, because I think that attracts people to you, you know, like the law of attraction. You know, like, I think the more I grow, the more I attract things that are kind of like-minded or that gravitate to me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I do.
So I would just obsess with self-growth and just become the best version of you. And I don't know, it's like an attraction thing. Like, it just people just gravitate to the salon.
Is that because you're like marketing yourself really well, or you just already had that clientele on the front end?
I guess both. Like, I had a good clientele. But I think I always tell people, just share your journey, because people are attracted to people.
Right.
And so as you're pouring into yourself, as you're evolving, as you're learning, like, share that journey with people, as private as I am and as much as I hate to share.
Look at us
like
go
my
right now.
life. What'd you say?
Look at us go right now.
I
Look at us go.
know. But as much as I hate to share my life with people just because I'm private and I don't like people in my life, you just never know who's watching.
Absolutely.
And who you are inspiring. And so the more I see that, like, okay, people tell me that they're inspired by me, or, you know, inspired by the journey, I share more of the journey. That's it.
For sure.
I'm not sharing my personal life
No
still, but I share that and it brings people in. So I always tell people, like, share your journey. Like, even if it's like, I'm 19, I decided not to go to college, I'm about to start my hair journey. Like, y'all follow me on this hair journey, you know? And even if it's as simple as, I don't have any clients right now, but I'm going out to pass out cards, you know, like, come along with me. Like, you are inspiring somebody, because it's somebody out there that wants to step out on faith, but people are scared because they don't believe in themselves.
That, and what you mentioned earlier, like, we don't know what we don't know. So you're talking about exposure piece of it. So that's huge.
Yeah.
One of the things that I really, really do love, because I love educating folks as well. I'm gonna hit you with a negative side, then we'll get back to the money piece in a second, y'all.
Okay.
So when you mentioned you love educating. I love educating to the fact that I would almost educate somebody and almost forget that I have work to do, that I need to be doing work, because I love teaching and all that stuff so much. Have you ever had any experiences where you feel like you would give all this information out to somebody and then they're essentially,
It falls on deaf ears.
oh my gosh, yes.
Yes, which is why I created Lux the Academy.
Okay, let's keep going into that. What is that?
Okay.
You see what I did there? See what I
So
did?
Lux the Academy is just like an online training course. So basically everything I've learned over the past 14 years, I've put it into like self-paced courses. And so you can purchase the course and take it at your own pace. And even if you get into it and you like, I got other stuff to do, I'm not ready for this information, you have a lifetime access to it. So you can listen to it whenever you want, but I'm not going to keep repeating myself, for free too. So
Doggone it.
I do appreciate Lux the Academy.
So if you want some more information outside of hearing from you in person while you're out here on the street, or they can get their hair done by you and you go give them some game right then too, or you don't do hair no more.
I still do hair.
Okay.
And we'll talk about, me and my clients talk about business and stuff like that. But nothing frustrates me more than like people asking for advice.
Here we go.
And like you giving it to them and they don't listen.
Nothing.
That frustrates me
man.
because I'm such a sponge. And if anybody around me is doing better, like I'm better than me, I'm like, please
How did you do
teach me the
Exactly.
game. Like, what do you know? And so to give people advice and they don't listen, it's frustrating.
I stopped it. I was like, at this point, I'm almost needing to do either coaching calls or just one-on-one workshops because the time spent to not get anything back in return, especially when I'm giving y'all this game for free. I was like, nah, it's a wrap.
Yeah,
It's a
but
wrap.
everybody does not believe in themselves. That's really something I've learned, and so you can want them to do well, but you can't make them believe in themselves.
Yeah.
And so until they're ready, when you're ready, you can visit Lux the Academy,
You see what she did? You see what she did?
But as of now, like I don't really have the capacity to just be having free consultations all the time. Yeah, because my goal is to free myself up so I can be with my family. So yeah,
I like to say I like to do that, but then I end up wanting to go find other ways to plug stuff in.
Yeah,
That
it's
space.
fun.
It's
I can't lie.
Like, oh, now I can do the podcast thing. Now I hired some people. I can do this now and not have to work.
Yeah.
So now we get back to the money. Sorry, y'all. So starting your let's kind of go into your old school numbers here real quick. So you end up getting the open space because I saw how your new space looks. But back to your open floor plan space. How much did that space cost initially?
My open floor plan, maybe $1,700.
Is that a lot? A little?
That was a lot for me because
Okay.
that was like 8 years ago. So I was like
Damn.
25, 26 or something. So that was a lot for me, and I had never had a salon before.
Yeah.
But I guess what fueled me was like it has to work. It has to work. And then when I opened that one, I had like 2 stylists that came with me. So it's like I have people, that I'm the leader.
Responsible for now.
So I have to like grow. I have to grow. So then it became an obsession. And of course, the more you learn, you just feel like, wow, like, why don't they teach this in school? It's
man. Exactly.
It's so much knowledge that now it became an obsession. It became an obsession. And
Man. So, and this is for folks that's in your space or that want to get in this space. So you end up getting a salon, and we're gonna use her old school number. So 17 for that. And now you're at the point you realize, all right, I got this big building. Obviously, I'm not about to have the building by myself. So you knew you were gonna have some folks coming into them. So do you charge them rent? Do you charge them by the hair? Do you say, hey, every $2,000? Like, how are you making money from them doing hair? Is it like the renting?
Yeah, they were renting a booth
Okay.
for me. That's what it was called at that point. They were renting a booth for me. And I've never done it yet, but I hear that commission is where the money is.
Okay.
And that's where a lot of like chains and franchises, that's how they thrive, because they get a percentage. It's like 60-40, 70-30 split
Okay.
off of every single head you do. I didn't have the ability to do that or the knowledge to do that at the time. And I felt like it was more like babysitting because I didn't have like the money to like pay a manager or somebody to watch, like, if are you sneaking and doing somebody's head, and then you have to provide all the products. And
I was
that
about to
just,
say, you doing everything at this point.
yeah, and that was just a lot that I didn't really want to do. Like, my goal is passive.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to have to carry. I
Worry
don't want to
at
have to
all.
think. Yes. And so, like I say, after COVID, when I did the salon suites, we expanded to a bigger space, but the price dropped because it was like connected.
Hold on. You said, hold on. We went from 17 and went down?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was able to get more people in.
Okay. So can you break that down? Are we saying like what you pay, regardless of who all in your spot, what you pay went down, but you are also able to bring in more capacity to be able to, for more folks to have this vibe in your spot?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is so uncomfortable.
Okay.
I never talk money like this. Like, not exactly what I'm paying and stuff.
And you got to get into rough
Not with
numbers.
strangers.
Yeah.
anyway.
You don't got to get into numbers.
Yeah, it's like a shopping center, but it's like two different buildings.
Gotcha.
So one of them is on the front street. That's why it was more expensive.
Okay.
And so when a space came available that was bigger but cheaper, I took that one.
Got you.
And just divvied it up into rooms, and I was able to charge. And of course, they have privacy at that point, so you're able to charge
a bit
a
more
premium,
Yeah.
because you're not on an open floor plan anymore. You can, like, create your own business within this business. You just don't have to worry about all the overhead or whatever. And so, that's where I finally saw a profit.
That is dope. I mean, honestly, outside looking in, well, I guess maybe not, but I could see it like from my daughter. But like, I would see that being in your own space would be one always just. It's like why would that not be a thing? Because I'm thinking about how barbers is. Everybody out here roasting, joning, shooting the shots, and like mess around, come here with some dirty Timbs on or something. So you're gonna get roasted while you in the chair. You can't do nothing about it.
But that's the community,
Yeah.
that's what
Sometimes y'all could, hey, I don't need this on a Saturday morning.
Yeah, not all the time. But, I think that's what we kind of looked forward to when it came to going in a salon and a barbershop. But I honestly feel like, and I see people on social media like, I miss this and that, and where stylists, where you could talk to your stylist about everything, or you could talk to the other person. And
You saying it's all business now? You feel like
what now?
like the whole the whole salon vibe? You feel like it's are you thinking they feel like it's shifting to more of a business, get you in, get you out, as opposed to the
That's
whole?
what it is for me.
Gotcha.
Like, I think clients talk about the community, and I'm like, damn, the community. Like, honestly, because I mean, I think as I evolve, like I say, I hear clients talk about, you used to could gossip with your stylist, you used to could do this or that. Like, the more I evolve, the less I want to participate in it.
Yeah.
I don't care about no small talk. I
Dang.
like big talk. Like, like, where are you investing your money? Like, I don't want to gossip about, if I get asked about Diddy one more time, I'ma scream. And not that I can't, like,
For sure.
but it's just like, it gets to a point where it's just, it's a lot.
Could y'all imagine Johnson just back there doing your hair, and she was like, "Hey, you heard about Diddy, girl? Hush, just, shut up."
It depends on the day. Catch me on the
Sure.
right day. Catch me on the right day when I'm not as stressed out. I could probably, but as the owner, it's like, as I'm doing hair, I'm like, okay, is this done? Is this
Absolutely.
done? Is this done? So I don't really, like, small talk is just an extra layer that's added to my stress already, but it depends on the day. If I have a salon manager now, so maybe I could chop it up a little bit more now, So, yeah.
Okay. Couple other things, especially when it goes into somebody and wanting to get in this space or tap into it. You mentioned you have a lot of overhead, and one of the only, I'm sure there's a ton, but outside of like your utilities and all the stuff you regularly need into products, do you go as deep into, all right, I know off of each head, I need to set aside 15% to go towards this. Like, do you break down your numbers in that contained space to say, all right, out of a $600 head, I need to at least put $100 towards getting more, I don't know, lotion? I don't know what y'all used to get, but some Johnson Johnson. I don't know what y'all to get.
No. See, you getting the Diddy.
Okay.
Stuff confused, like, but no, I usually don't because I honestly live below my means and
Okay.
I kind of reinvest most of it back
Gotcha.
into the salon. So I've been not always reinvest all of it, but now that I've expanded, I've been doing a whole lot of reinvesting.
Gotcha.
And so, and the overhead includes the construction loan that I took.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness.
Take your time.
Includes the construction loan that I took out to redo the building.
Okay. So, being that you did redo it, can you explain on what was that at first and what made you want to go into more of the contained spots outside of the privacy? Because one thing you mentioned was that some of your clients have alopecia, and like you said, unless we know to read the room or to get a feel, like I tell my boy Edwin, like, hey Edwin, some clients are gonna want you to be as out wild and animated as me, and so you can see that they're a little bit more reserved. So you probably gotta dial it down a little bit.
Yeah.
But what made the switch from saying, you know what, this next spot, I need to get these doggone boxes in here so folks actually have a thing.
For one, just seeing how well it did when I expanded the first time.
Okay.
And I'm like, and then we expanded. I think we had 10 spaces available, and so that was full for years. And so we actually had a wait list at that point. So
Let's
I'm
go.
like, yeah, let's expand. And the stylists, they're just getting their feedback. They like, we need more space. We need more cabinet space. And so me knowing as a stylist, I was feeling the same thing. Like, cause this was my first salon suite. So I didn't know how big to make the rooms. I didn't know the things that we needed.
So let's explore. What did you do? You went out to Atlanta for a second, like, let me see what these other folks doing. Like, how did you go about figuring that out?
Really kind of trial and error, like, and getting feedback from them. And like, I knew at our salon, I had the biggest suite and it was still kind of small to me. So for them to be operating, I'm just like, wow, y'all love me to rock with me in these small rooms. And just seeing that they are like really great stylists, I'm like, y'all need more space to operate your room. We all need more space. And so I was that was a lease, like a 3-year lease. So when I signed that lease, I knew I wanted to expand. And so I'll say maybe like the last 2 years, I was trying to buy a building. So I had a realtor and we were just like looking for a bigger building. Cause I'm like, just seeing the profit, just seeing how it was such a game changer. I'm like, yeah, this is going to be my niche.
Say
And
less.
so, I had been searching for a building and finally found one. And
Yeah, you did.
yeah. And, I just feel like it was God. It
Yeah.
was God. Seriously.
Yeah, it looks really, really dope, and we'll be overlaying some of those video clips from it. So, when it comes to starting your salon and doing all the things like managing the people, how do you determine who you want in there? Because at the end of the day, we are capitalists. We don't do this for no nonprofit. We want to make our moolah. So, how are you determining to not hire in I don't know. I'm about to go. I'm sorry if somebody's name is this, but let's go a Lakeisha. No, I'm not gonna do that because I know a Lakeisha. All right, you got somebody that's really traditional, traditional our culture person, super traditional. You know they're gonna be bringing some mess, but you know they can also are really good and they can bring in some moolah. But then you got somebody else who can also bring in moolah, and I don't know, maybe they don't fit the luxury vibe. Maybe they're super. Drewski said somebody look like they're into earth. So whatever your idea of that is. So how do you determine who you want to bring in? Does everybody even affect the overall vibe of it? I mean, I know you have a luxury feel, but
Yeah. But no, if you're earthy, I welcome you. I think it's about one of the stylists told me, and I truly believe this. Okay, this is again the law of attraction. Like your vibe attracts your tribe.
yeah,
Because I always say, like, I don't know how, like, God keeps sending all these great women to looks, but I'm assuming, like, she just said your vibe attracts your tribe. And that's what I've seen. I'm not doing anything special. Like, lately, I've been doing background checks, and I'll check your social media. And if you, like, like,
trash.
Yeah, and like talk bad about clients or just are a really negative person, it's a no. Cause I just don't do a lot of negativity. But I think our price point really kind of determines who can come in to as well. And it's not, I make it clear that it's not for beginner style. It's like if you're fresh out of hair school and you don't have a clientele, it's probably not for you.
Why not?
Because it's you're running your business within a business. So if you are fresh out of school, you probably don't have the clientele to cover the rent, you know? And like for me, I was doing hair at home. So when I jumped out, when I graduated, I had a clientele, you know, but everybody doesn't. Some people graduate from hair school and they don't have a clientele at all and they have to start from scratch. But I started way before hair school. Honestly.
She started before scratching was a thing. Shoot.
Yes. And so doing hair kind of got me through hair school. I hadn't had like a real job in
I was gonna ask you about that. Like you ain't did nothing regular.
When I was 16.
She had a little hiatus. Where'd you work at?
I worked at Tandy 10, the Dollar Movie. Are you not from here? Because how you don't know what Tandy 10 is? Right? Like I'm insulted.
Okay.
Okay. Well, Tandy 10 is it was a dollar movie. So I
$1.
Like $1.25, $1.50. You know, they made the money at the concession stand.
I swear, and I'm not saying this to be funny at all, so don't think I'm trying to be funny. You making it seem like you're from the 60s or something. I ain't ever heard of a movie. Like, these are new movies?
Yeah. Well, no. They would go to, like, of course, this is before streaming.
This is DVDs.
Yeah.
Y'all popping a DVD.
No. It was before it even got to DVDs. Like, it would go straight to the, like, $7 movie, and then, like, it would be there for a while, and then it'll go to the dollar movie before it went to like DVD. Got you.
It ain't brand new. It's got a little bit wear on it. Got you. Okay.
But you can't stream it, and you couldn't like buy the DVD or the VHS.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
So shout out to
Tandy 10.
Yeah. There's a reason why they ain't here, right?
And I worked at Target briefly. Like Target was like a seasonal job.
I just made a joke about seasonal, not in a funny way, but. See, you ain't about to be there long, so I got to be on time. I'm just doing this because I help y'all through the holidays.
Well, I mean, if you hired to do a job, but...
I'm going to do it good, though. Look, I'm going to just talk a little noise on the side. I'm going to do it.
You got a Target...
Okay. Yeah, dog. This is not about me. So let's go into your getting clients, and we'll go to the end, because this is the biggest thing. People, that, like you just mentioned, just coming out of school, find clientele is hard. I, being in marketing, I think it's relatively easy, subjectively speaking, on how you find clients. Just like how Sheehan find y'all and keep y'all in the front of your mind. I tell folks, hey, use that strategy from the doggone folks blowing up your phone that you got 89 unread messages on. But in your space, especially if this is a thing where you have to be around people, it ain't virtual. So how should somebody, or what are some skills somebody can use to actually build up clientele just coming out of high school? And they ain't start at 7.
Okay. Fresh out of hair school, I would say use social media to your advantage. It is like a free commercial every day. So I look at it as like a commercial, you know, and even like established, I tell people established businesses, even like Walmart or Doritos or whatever, they still run commercials. So they want to stay in your face. So that's what you use your social media for instead of using it for silly stuff. Use it for a commercial every day. What do you want to sell? And so use that consistently, like post every day or every other day. I want to say one day not one day, but at one time I took off for about 2 weeks, and I have my online store where I sell like hair extensions and what else? And Lux the Academy.
Yeah, Lux the Academy. That's what I was going to say.
And so I took off for like 2 weeks, and I'm like, because I took a marketing class a while ago, and she would always stress sell every day. And though every single day that I was off, I posted every single day. And I made more money in those 2 weeks than I usually make when I'm actually in the salon.
That is wild.
And I'm just like, wow, okay.
Dang.
That was a great tip. Post every day, because everybody not gonna see it when you post it. So the next day somebody else.
Wait, say that one more time, man. Say that last part one more time.
What, everybody won't see your post every day? Yeah. And the way the algorithm is set up and all these things, like you have to keep posting. And even now I have a marketing budget, so I'll sponsor my post to where I can, more people can see me.
Exactly.
But the more I learn, the more I implement, and it works. But as far as the tips as well, you can't just market every day like subpar work. Like perfect your
There's
craft.
subpar braiders?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's not like, even now, like when I look at what I was posting before, but I still had clients, it was trash.
Yeah.
But you evolve and people like evolve with you. Even if it's trash, somebody is gonna like it.
I like that trash. Yeah. Or something like that.
So
Like,
so
dang.
it's not trash to them because they see it, and you have to think everybody's not a hairstylist either.
That's true too.
So I'm looking at it from a seasoned hairstylist, like, wow, that looks awful. But if somebody's not a hairstylist, they like, wow, that looks great.
Yes.
So perfect your craft.
This is doggone full circle. Man, I just told my boy Edwin the other day. I was like, Edwin, what? Like he was doing a video or something. He was like, yeah, but I missed this one, whatever. I was like, Edwin, nobody notices that but me and you because we're in this space. The client isn't going to see that from like even if you pointed it out, they probably still won't be able to know what you're talking about. So you are absolutely right about that.
Yeah.
So what can people expect from you next? Are you about to start franchising this thing? Like I can buy a share or something? Just let me get like a couple booths. I don't need a whole building, but I'll put some money on the rent or something so I can get some residual.
I can say franchising is the goal. At some point I have like I mentioned, my salon manager. I have a salon manager who I finally feel like
Number two, like I need you to, like she gets it.
Yeah, she's such a breath of fresh air, and she makes me feel like I can actually step outside of my business so I can grow my business. And I just look forward to growing.
What's her name?
Chaz. I gotta shout her out because she is the bomb.
Chaz, hopefully you got some sisters and cousins and stuff because I need a Chaz here too. Give me somebody here too.
I was telling my friend about her. I'm like, I wish she had somebody like her to recommend, but I don't know. I think
she hiding out. Chaz is so Chaz will take some of your advice. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build my own background of Chaz's and outsourcing and managing.
Exactly.
Boom.
That's a good idea.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good idea.
So where can folks find out about, I guess, having you either chat with them, give them info? You already mentioned the course, but mention that one more time. What's the name of the course?
Lux the Academy.
Is that THE? And where can they? .com, .org,
LuxTheAcademy.com.
Okay.
It's Lux is like the brand, so it's like Lux,
okay.
The Salon Suites, Lux the Academy.
You so clever.
And anything else we add, it'll be
so
Lux
clever.
the whatever.
You said if they book through this, they can give you you can give them 10% off if they use this promo code. Is that what you said?
Sure.
For real?
Sure. Yeah.
I can hold you to it?
Yep.
What are we gonna call the promo code?
Avery and Bryant.
Avery and Brian. This will be the
Yeah.
promo code at checkout. Make sure you
Yeah.
see it down in the descriptions and on all the stuff. Get you 10%. So we're gonna hold it to it.
Yeah.
And then the second piece I wanted to ask you about kind of for future endeavors is as you're looking out and about, franchising is the main thing. Do you ever want to get away from doing hair?
For sure.
Dang.
Absolutely. Well, I don't know. I go back and forth with it. I go back and forth with it. But I mean, I enjoy doing hair. I enjoy the craft. Yeah.
I can see that. Like if
Yeah.
I don't get to do as much stuff out in the field as much now, but I like I would want to do something that I like to do. I don't know what that would be for y'all. Cornrows, maybe? I don't know what it is for y'all.
Yeah.
But like if I'm filming a short film, I don't ever want to edit it. I don't want to do all that extra stuff, but I just want to come out there and hey, just probably turn this that way. Ooh, that look good. Let me just step
know.
back and admire it. Damn, that
Yeah.
look good.
I think I'm lying. I do want to stop doing hair.
Okay.
I did say that, didn't I? But I don't know. I go back and forth.
Okay.
So, but
You saying teaching don't make a lot of money if you teach people how to do hair?
I could not like an instructor.
Okay.
Not because somebody's paying you hourly, but if I
Got you.
teach my own classes, like like that would. But like the academy, I appreciate because it's self-paced and it's like you know
you can do it and forget it. You don't have to worry
yeah,
about.
it's like what they call it, like evergreen. So it's like I need to go back and update it now that I've learned some things. But for the most part, it's on autopilot.
That is clutch. That's clutch. Any final words that you want to do before we get up out of here? Because I'm holding her from doing something that she needed to do, and I told her to do it, but she ain't gonna do it. But she ain't gonna. I'm not even gonna mention it, but she's not gonna do it. She's not gonna do it. So is there anything else that you want to leave with folks? Want people to know? Oh, maybe where they can go get your hair done, get their hair done from you at. Maybe that'd be important.
Oh, well.
She don't want no more clients. I knew you was gonna say that.
No, I mean, I have a salon full of stylists. So you can go to www.luxthesalonnlr.com and click on the booking tab. All of the stylists are listed in the directory. And I do want to leave on
She's saying, please don't book
one
her.
thing. Believe in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dream big and go after it. And I think that's it.
You know, when we steal from folks, like, they don't usually try to end on a good note. And it makes me feel bad to even say this part at the very end. So I do want to appreciate you for being here today.
Of course.
Super informal. Informational. Informative.
Yeah.
I went to public. I didn't go to college. I didn't go to college.
I was there briefly.
So, like I said, if you ever want to steal from folks, don't forget that the best people to steal from are your friends. Because they're closer. They're closer. They're just right there. Just go in their house and get their thing.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the stuff. And don't forget, down in the description, we'll have all of our information. And if you want any more information, don't forget to hit us up. Oh, Instagram. Where can they find you at?
Alysha, that's ALYSHA 2_J. And Lux the Salon Suites, just all together, one word, on Instagram as well.
Sweet. Hey, that's all the time we got for. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.